side, receive.
Next semi-final, and the women's singles here at the Bangkok Ningbo Badminton Asia Championships is up next. Han Yue against Chen Yu Fei. We just saw a pretty epic clash between Chinese shuttlers just before this one, as Wang Ziyi took on Heping Jiao. Marathon of a match, that one. Wang Ziyi coming out on top 21-19, 21-17. She awaits the winner of this fixture between Han Yue and Chen Yu Fei in tomorrow's final. It was a lot closer in terms of the rankings and the head-to-heads in the first semi-final that we saw. A bit more of a difference in this one with the head-to-heads here. Han Yue, world number 7. Chen Yu Fei, world number 2. This is the 8th meeting between these two, and Chen Yu Fei has won 7 of their previous meetings so far. Han Yue, a big task ahead of her. She has never beaten Chen Yu Fei since the first time they met in November of 2016 at the World Junior Championships, high-level cups. Chen Yu Fei with the win there. And she has carried on that streak through the years. With their most recent meeting coming in December of 2023 at the BWF World Tour Finals in Group B. She did need 3 games, Chen Yu Fei, to pick up the win against Han Yue on that occasion. 21-17, 19-21, and 21-9. Still could get really tense here in this one. Chen Yu Fei will be looking to avoid heartbreak again at the Badminton Asia Championships. There is your umpire, Wu Nianqin of Chinese Taipei. Li Chenhui from China, the service judge. There's Chen Yu Fei, who has never tasted glory at the Asian Championships. She has come very close.
Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Chen Yu Fei, China. And on my left, Han Yue, China. Chen Yu Fei to serve, love all. Play. One, love.
Chen Yu Fei with the silver at the Asia Championships in Wuhan.
Service over. 1-0.
Falling short of that edition of the tournament, losing to Tai Tzu Ying in the final then. Came back in 2019 and had to settle for a bronze. And then last year in Dubai, another bronze for Chen Yu Fei. He's guaranteed a bronze here already. They both are. Han Yue and Chen Yu Fei. But they will be desperate for more. One win away from a shot at the title.
Service over. 2-0.
Both these players part of the Chinese team that picked up the silver at the Asian Games in Hangzhou in the women's team event. CHEN Yu Fei also only able to collect the silver in the women's singles event at the Asian Games. We had a pretty tough matchup yesterday, CHEN Yu Fei against Gregoria Mariska Tunjong, especially in the second game there. And she had to show some real resilience. She won the first game, no real issues in that one, 21-16. In the second game, she was actually behind. Quite a bit deficit she had to make up. Really showed that championship quality and that composure to come back and to win the second game, 21-19. Prior to that, her run into the quarterfinals has been pretty decent. Hasn't really tested too much against Katetong in the opener. 21-14, 21-16 for CHEN in that one. And then she defeated Sim Yoo-jin in the round of 16, 21-9, 21-12. Again, no issues for her there. Before coming up against Gregoria Mariska Tunjong. Taking care of that challenge in this semi-final here against Han Yue. Han Yue was very good yesterday in her quarterfinal matchup against Sakane Yamaguchi. Really had good control of that contest against a player who has so much experience and quality. 2019 Badminton Asia champion Akane Yamaguchi also picked up the silver at the 22 championships and then a bronze last year. A real serious contender, and for Han Yue to manage that game the way she did speaks volumes of her confidence and her form at this competition. Speaking of which, it's a great time to find some form and confidence, isn't it? In her quarterfinal matchup against into the key contest. Victory 21-13, 21-16 over Yamaguchi would have given her a big boost coming into this one against CHEN Yu Fei. Just white there. Han Yue, 21-14, 21-14 win in the round of 32 for the 6th seed against Su of Chinese Taipei. And then involved in a really big contest against PV Sindhu of India in the round of 16. Han Yue with the win in the first game there, 21-18. Lost the second game, 13-21, and recovered in the third to win that 21-17. Pretty good series of wins for Han Yue. Victory over PV Sindhu and then that one in the quarterfinals against Yamaguchi. Not a bad run of results at all. First time this year in 2024 that Han Yue is actually into a semi-final of a tournament. Started the year with back-to-back round of 16 exits at the Malaysia Open and the India Open. Actually lost out to Singapore's Yeo Jia Min in the round of 16 at the Malaysia Open. And then suffered defeat against Wang Yi, who's already into the final. And this edition of the Badminton Asia Championships, second final for her. Chance for a second title. She's another one playing with a lot of form, a lot of confidence and control in the game.
Service over. 7-9.
Han Yue making the quarterfinals at the Indonesia Masters before losing to Herping Jiao. He's going for a long serve. Oh, that's very tidily done. Well, she thinks that should have been in. Was called out. Going for that drop shot, puts a challenge in. Let's have a look here. Well, it's a bit of a blow for Han Yue. Just has to get on with it. She was pretty confident off that shot. She actually went away having a bit of a celebration and then realized she had to put a challenge in. It was a good call. That gives CHEN Yu Fei a good start to this matchup. Going into the interval, 4 points up at 11-7.
Play.
Just misjudged there by CHEN Yu Fei. A point for Han Yue, who was knocked out in the round of 16 at the French Open. Zhang Yiman, 19-21, 15-21, and then made it into the quarterfinals in Birmingham at the All England. Exit in the final 8 to An Se-yong, 16-21, 19-21. Finding herself with a really good run here at the Badminton Asia Championships. First time she's actually here at this stage of the competition, Han Yue.
Service over. 9-14.
A good finish to that rally from Han Yue. And in these moments, just getting a little bit of encouragement in these situations where she's able to pick up a few points. It is a pretty comfortable lead for CHEN Yu Fei as it stands, especially with the quality and experience she possesses. This one, the 5th tournament of the year for CHEN Yu Fei, and she has now made the semi-finals in 4 of the 5 tournaments she's taken part in. The only time she missed out on a place in the final 4 was at the All England Open. Lost out to Carolina Marin in the quarterfinals there, 17-21, 15-21.
11-14.
Chen is yet to win a title this year, though. It's come very close. Lost in the semi-final at the Malaysia Open to Tai Tzu Ying. Finished 2nd at the India Open, again losing to Tai Tzu Ying. A little nemesis for her. And then had to settle for bronze at the French Open after a semi-final defeat to Akane Yamaguchi.
Hold out.
CHEN Yu Fei perhaps will be delighted as well on the other side of it, the fact that Tai Tzu Ying is not in the competition anymore. And also with the fact that Han Se-yong is also out. Having to deal with those two. Had issues with those opponents at the Asia Badminton Championships. Fei up to 15 now. Well, the way the bracket has opened up for her, sense a really good opportunity with some of the other top seeds having been knocked out. There's a really good chance for CHEN Yu Fei to go on and pick up a 1st ever Badminton Asia Championship title.
Service over. 12-16.
Well, 2 former Asian junior champions coming up against each other here in the girls singles. Han Yue winning her title at the championships in 2017 in Jakarta. CHEN Yu Fei with the victory a year before that in Bangkok. Multiple titles at that level in the mixed team events as well for CHEN Yu Fei. Also world junior champion in the girls singles 2016 in Bilbao.
Service over. 17-13.
26-year-old CHEN Yu Fei has often been in these situations in big tournaments where she's just fallen short of the title. Think back to the World Championships in Tokyo in 2022. She lost out in the final then. 3 bronze medals at the World Championships, 2 at tally as well, including one last year in Copenhagen. There's always been this sense of there, but not quite in some of these huge championships. Having said that, they'd pick up the gold medal at the Tokyo Olympics in the women's singles. To get it across the line there. Just fallen short at the World Championships and the Asian Championships. Can Chen do it this time around? That's a great shot. Excellent stuff from Chen. Out onto the backhand side of her opponent. Did brilliantly to get it back over the net. Decided against playing the lift. Just went across here. A lovely touch over the net. Well, that meant that she was able to draw Han Ye close towards the net, force her to play it back up. Looked to try and get the lift. Couldn't get the distance or the height on it that she needed. Get it clear over Chen. She's dominant here now, CHEN Yu Fei. That's really looking to push through towards the win in this first game. And there, CHEN Yu Fei with the win, 21-15 in the first game. Showed really good control, CHEN Yu Fei overall in this one. Deservedly wins this first game. Gives herself a really nice platform to push on. And seal the win in the second, 21-15. CHEN Yu Fei. CHEN Yu Fei is yet to drop a game at this tournament. And on the other hand, has already had to get through a 3-game matchup in the round of 16 against PV Sindhu. Really interesting to see if Han Yue can actually put the pressure on CHEN Yu Fei here. He needs to turn things around in this one to get it back level.
Service over. 1-2.
Just quickly back level here, CHEN Yu Fei. Incredibly difficult to keep her down and out. Oh, that's a great shot though. Right across court. Lovely stuff from Han Yue. We've seen her play some really good shots in this match. Just trying to get into that consistency. You know, picking up points on the bounce has been difficult, as you'd imagine, against such good opposition. Going back into a 2-point lead here. Han Yue. Let's see if you can really keep this up. Another good rally and another good point for Han Yue. They're going from right to left, back down the line again. The overhead forehand there. Well within the boundaries. What a great start to the second game from CHEN Yu Fei. 14 BWF World Tour titles, 13 runner-up finishes for CHEN Yu Fei. 2019, the best year, I think, on the BWF World Tour for CHEN Yu Fei in her career so far. Save there, wonderful retrieval from CHEN Yu Fei. Incredibly well played, that point by CHEN Yu Fei. And as a point she needed as well. Han Yue starting to come into a little bit of rhythm. And that run of points going. Excellent shot on the attack from CHEN Yu Fei. Won the All England Open in 2019. That was the first of her 7 titles in that year on the BWF World Tour. Beat Tai Tzu Ying in the final, 21-17, 21-17 then.
4-5.
Won the Swiss Open, the Australian Open, Thailand Open, the China Open, Hong Kong Open, and then ended the year with the title win at the World Tour Finals again defeating Tai Tzu Ying, this time needing 3 games to do that. Go and start off 2020 with another win against Tai Tzu Ying before losing in the final of the All England Open 2022. Tai Tzu Ying get a revenge that time around.
5-0.
4 titles last year for CHEN Yu Fei, beating Carolina Marin twice, and once at the Indonesia Open, and then at the Denmark Open in the final. Both times needing just 2 games. Defeat the Spaniard. And a win at the French Open against Tai Tzu Ying in the final there. And the last title on the BWF World Tour coming at the China Masters, where she defeated Han Yue in the final to win the crown. Han Yue, unfortunately for her, had to retire in the 3rd game. She actually won the 1st game, 21-18. Then CHEN Yu Fei bounced back to win 21-4, and there was obviously an injury for Han Yue. She had to retire in that final. A little bit of heartbreak for her. Could have been the moment for Han Yue. Instead, CHEN Yu Fei is 7-0 against this opponent. And working her way back into this and pulling clear. CHEN Yu Fei just has that ability to turn it on and go through the gears, step up the tempo and the quality when she needs to. Cruising along nicely here, CHEN Yu Fei. Was behind initially, but she's gone into a very good run of consecutive points scored here. Taking a comfortable lead. Might get even better for her going into the interval. Just a point away from that. Han Yue just making sure there isn't an interval just yet. Off balance here as well. CHEN Yu Fei send it back down the same side. Towards the backhand of Chen. And that attack that from Han Yue. It's gone just wide, frustratingly, for Han Yue. 5 points of difference at the interval here, as CHEN Yu Fei goes into the break in the lead. 11-6. tough. Very tough for Han Yue to get down to that. And get it back over, across onto the other side because of the angle of attack here. Twisting that racket face, making a really good connection with the shuttle. Great angle. 21-15 win in the first game for CHEN Yu Fei. Looking very good here.
13-7.
She goes up to 13. Great lead to have. In the context of the situation, didn't have to really do much as well. He was in a bit of trouble. It's a mistake from Han Yue there because CHEN Yu Fei was out of position. Wouldn't have been able to defend an attack. And just hoping for a mistake. And that's exactly what happened with Han Yue. Better play. Has a moment. Han Yue, she has had a moment in this one. It's a matter of really stringing them together and going on a run. And try and catch up to CHEN Yu Fei. And consistency has been difficult to find. Oh, that's quality.
Service over. 9-14.
Coming close. Drop shot. I mean, the idea behind it was right. Now you're just looking for that flick across the turn, defense into attack straight away. Couple of moments of annoyance for CHEN Yu Fei. Doesn't make too many mistakes in matches, especially not in tough situations. And that's another one. It's gone wide. And that control there in the smash. Just 3 points the difference now. Han Yue, and a good run. The first time in this match that she has actually won 4 points in a row. CHEN Yu Fei in that first game had a consecutive point streak of 4. In this second one, she had that 8-point streak, which saw her race into a lead. And now that gap is just back down to 2.
Service over. 15-12.
needed that, Chen. Break that streak. Consecutive points from Han Yue. Danger of her building up some momentum. Starting to close in. That's sloppy from Han Yue, and that'll be frustrating for her. It's so annoying when you've been in that rally to make a mistake like that. No space to hit here, plenty of space to hit. She was almost caught on the back foot there. CHEN Yu Fei, I don't think she would have been able to react and get to it quick enough. — 17 of the 29 points available going to CHEN Yu Fei. Edging closer and closer to victory. Looking forward for a place in the final at the Badminton Asia Championships for the first time since 2018. She won't have Tai Tzu-Ying to deal with in the final this time around, but she will have another previous champion of this competition in Wang Ziyi. Stylistically, it's going to be a very interesting final if she gets there. Imagine she will. Similar elements in the gameplay. CHEN Yu Fei and Wang Ziyi. Only neither of them appearing to be flustered, both playing with a lot of confidence and composure. Very graceful movements across the court. You never really get the sense that they are really hurried or in a rush. There's a real coolness to their play. That's going to be an interesting final. In there, Han Yue. And a reminder of her ability in attack. Picking out that corner beautifully down the line. Going for it here. CHEN Yu Fei gets the point. Nice to see that aggression, really, from CHEN Yu Fei. Almost changing it up with the tempo. Still in this.
Service
Yue.
over. 16-20. Wait. Play.
Trying to rescue another match point here. Is Han Yue unable to do this time around. CHEN Yu Fei applies the finishing touch and makes her way into another final at the Badminton Asia Championships. This time around she'll be looking to go one step further and finally seal up that title. Had a taste of heartbreak at the Badminton Asia Championships in the past. Couple of bronze medals, 1 silver. Gives herself an opportunity to fight for the gold tomorrow. And she'll be taking on the 2022 champion, WANG in the final. Another very solid display here at this tournament from CHEN Yu Fei. And she takes this second game, 21-16. Confirmation of that score then, 21-15, 21-16, CHEN Yu Fei into the final against WANG Yi.
士们、先生们，2024银国银行亚洲羽毛球锦标赛女子双打半决赛即将开始，让我们欢迎运动